Hey, what is going on? Welcome everybody to the Thursday night hangout. I've got a whiteboard behind me. I always like doing the whiteboard presentations or trainings. Those are always my favorite. Let me kind of move this forward just a little bit, actually. All right, that should be a little bit better. Make sure that this doesn't fall off. I've got like the laptop up here. All right, so welcome to the training. For anybody that is brand new, I definitely have some awesome training lined up for you. But more importantly, I want you to leave this webinar. This webinar isn't for, to just, hey, what is going on? This, all right, let me go back here. I always have that playing and then it always starts playing and screws me up. All right, so this training isn't just, some type of thing where I'm going to talk for a long time and just pitch you some concept or idea or an opportunity. Okay, I really honestly want you to leave this hangout with, a new belief and, have through with some of the, concepts that I want to talk about. All right. And in my personal opinion, I really didn't have that shift in my business until I made this happen, which was what I'm going to talk about here in a second. But tonight I want to talk about creating lasting income on the internet. Okay, not just some income that you're doing affiliate marketing and you make some tiny commissions through ClickBank or Amazon or something like that. Or, I don't know what you have tried to do online. If you're anything like I was, I've tried literally everything to make money on the internet. That's all I wanted to do was just use this laptop right here and an internet connection. And that's all I wanted to do is just make money, just through the interwebs. Okay, that was my passion. That was my dream. Like, just to make $100, not $100 a day, not $100 a week, but just $100 total. That's all I wanted to do. I remember working as a grounds maintenance guy, wanting to just do that more than anything. Okay, so a lot of people that are on this hangout already know who I am. But if you don't know who I am, if you're watching this live or recording, my name is Ryan Maynard, and I've been online for almost 2 years now, and I've worked with literally probably hundreds of people at this point, and coached and trained a lot of people in online marketing. I've even helped a handful of people quit their jobs, and I've got a team member right now that's making almost $1,200 or more, and just residual income, not income that is just here 1 month and gone the next. I mean, he makes that month after month after month after month, whether he does anything or not. Okay, and that's really awesome. Another cool thing is he's from South Africa, which, I mean, it was like, well, South Africa, what's the big deal about that? I think that's amazing because people think that they can't be successful unless they're in the United States or somewhere prosperous. Okay, and he's told me all the troubles and stuff that he's had to go through being in South Africa, not having access to certain things that we have access on the internet. Okay, so if he can do it, anybody can do this. And if I can do this, I believe anybody can do this as well, because I was a 22-year-old shoveling snow in the wintertime, and then, mulching 75 yards of mulch in the summer as a maintenance guy, making like $1,200 a month. My teammate makes residually what I used to make working full time as a maintenance guy. Okay, so the main thing that I want to talk about right now, first and foremost, is that if please just stop looking at all the next shiny objects on the internet. I mean, I'm not opposed to shiny objects, because I believe that you need to, invest into several different products and courses, because that grows your understanding of, your knowledge base. That way you can, regurgitate that information to the people that don't know it, because they can pay you for that information. Okay, so anyways, the main thing that you have to understand, and you really, really have to take this in wholeheartedly, because if you don't, you will never succeed in online marketing. I'm not going to say never, but you're going to have a really hard time succeeding in online marketing or really anything that you do. And the one thing that I do want to talk about is response ability. Okay, not necessarily just responsibility, but response ability, as in two words, your ability to respond to situations and things that happen to you in, in your business and in really anything that you do. Okay, so I'm just gonna write this out. Response dash ability. Okay, if you can see that, responsibility. And normal responsibility in your business is, everybody knows what normal responsibility, okay? It's your responsibility, to get up in the morning or go to work, or say after you've eaten pie and all this sweets during the holidays, Christmas just passed. And, if you want to get your fitness back up to par or where it was, or you want to get your fitness, back up there, or maybe you weren't fit at all and you want to become fit. Okay, now it's the new year or something like that. Okay, it's your responsibility. It's in your hands to go to the gym and to get yourself fit. Okay, it's your responsibility to no one's gonna come and do it for you. So you have to get your own butt up and make it happen and get to work. It's your own responsibility to get your butt working in your business. Okay, that's your responsibility. That's your responsibility. The one word. Okay, now your responsibility is, say, after the new year, you've been working out, you're on a good diet, things are flowing for you. Okay, now a luscious pie is put in front of you now. Now it's your responsibility to whether or not you indulge in that pie and just destroy your diet. Okay, something happens to you in your business where you're working on a website and the whole thing crashes. Okay, the whole thing crashes, and now you're devastated. Or you've been working on this, you've been wanting to make money online for so long, you think that you found the opportunity, you finally are starting to make money. Okay, and then that company disappears, or the company changes their compensation plan and something happens. Okay, it's your responsibility. It's how you respond. It's your ability to respond to a situation and keep moving forward and making, good decisions, no matter what happens. Okay, so if you want to make money online, I can literally show you step by step and walk you over the shoulder and give you the golden goose that lays the eggs and the fairy dust, that how all of us gurus make money online. I can give that to you. Okay, the secret sauce. But it's your responsibility to take consistent action to make it happen. Take consistent action, to make it happen. Okay, and if something happens to go wrong in your business, okay, which it's going to, I'm not gonna BS you here. Things are going to happen in your business when you're on the path to success. And when things happen, it's your ability to respond to what happens to you. Okay, it's not only your responsibility to make it happen, but it's the way you respond to situations, your ability to respond to situations when problems come up. Okay, and the reason why I want to get this out of the way, right now, is because this applies to you whether you know nothing about online marketing or whether you've watched me with these webinars for the last year and a half to 2 years, or however long I've been doing these webinars. Okay, if you're not getting the results in your life, if you've been online for some time now, if you've not been on, if this is your first webinar and you don't know anything about making money online, it's your own freaking responsibility. No one is going to come up on a shining horse. That next product isn't, necessarily going to be the thing that's just going to be that breakthrough for you, because you can have literally the best system on the internet. Okay, which I know the best system on the internet. And I am going to make a recommendation at the end of this webinar, okay? But literally, you have to take full responsibility. Listen to this, okay? People will get on a ladder Okay, so say this is what happens. People will get on a ladder and they'll start screwing in a light bulb. They'll fall off the ladder themselves because they're clumsy, and then they'll sue the ladder company for the ladder breaking their arm and them falling off the ladder. Okay. Okay, people will walk up a sidewalk and trip and fall on that sidewalk, and then they'll sue the homeowner or they'll sue the apartment complex for them slipping on the sidewalk. Okay, now if it's an apartment complex, of course we have to salt the sidewalks, and it's our responsibility to keep the sidewalks clear. But like, say somebody walking into your homes, they could easily sue you, and people do it all the time where they sue you, but it was their own fault for slipping on it. People don't take responsibility for things that happen to them in life. And if you're not getting the results that you want in your online business, it's nobody else's responsibility other than your freaking self responsibility. And I didn't get any real results in my business until I sat down in front of my computer. Okay, I didn't get very much results, if at any, until I sat in front of my laptop and said, okay, I haven't made a freaking penny online, but I am going to do whatever it takes to make this work. Okay, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make this work, no matter how easy it is. And if I run into a roadblock, or no matter how hard it is, and then it becomes easy, and then I want to lay back, I'm just going to make it work. Okay, something's flashing over here. I'm not sure what the heck this is. Some type of pop-up or something. So I'm not sure who is new and who's not new on here. But maybe if you're brand new or something like that, maybe I know there's a few people logged in right here. Some people don't want to log in and say hi. That's okay. That's totally cool. But let's see here. But if you are brand new, definitely pop in. Definitely pop in and ask some questions. Okay, so I'm gonna erase this. So obviously, I'm just super passionate about that. I'm just super passionate about just taking responsibility in general, because I'm just super tired of people jumping to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing, and thinking it's something with the business, or thinking it's something with their computer, or thinking it's something with a certain software that was going to help them spit out all this automation stuff and get them traffic, and that thing didn't work, or whatever. It has nothing to do with any of that stuff except you. If you're not making $1,000 a month residual, if you're not making $5,000 a month residual, if you're not making $5,000 to $10,000 or more per month in your online business, it's nobody else's. It's on no one else except for you. Okay, and that's where my breakthrough came from. And when you understand that, you start to get very creative. Okay, when I understood that my brother knew online marketing more than I did when I first came on the internet. Okay, and when I ran into a problem, I would literally hold it off for 2 or 3 days until my brother could come around and help me with it. Okay, or I didn't know how to do this thing, so I would hold it off until I could talk to my sponsor until I knew how to do it, because he was going to help me, and it was his responsibility to help me understand how to do it. If you don't know how to do something, it's your responsibility to take action right now to get that done. Okay, and that's when everything broke through for me, because I realized that whenever I ran into an issue, I got really good at problem solving. Okay, I got really good, and that's what I'm good at doing now. Is if something happens, I'm really good at talking to support with different companies. I'm really good at fixing different things and just brainstorming how it works, because I realize that I'm the one that has to fix it. And as I get better, I want to outsource things after I understand how things work. But at first, I want to understand how a lot of stuff works. So, anyways. Just to get that out of the way, I want to teach you, the fundamentals of creating a massive online business, a successful online business, but really, the basics of where to start. Okay, and that is really, getting your product or excuse me, your product or your service or your website or whatever that is in front of a bunch of human eyeballs. Okay. And this is very, very important, because it has nothing to do with special servers or anything like that, because I run into a lot of people on the internet that see all these like scammy products about like jets and stuff like that, and I've watched like a lot of those scammy product videos, and they're saying like it's this special software that's going to overflood your website and money is just going to come gushing out and you're going to make $500 in the first 10 minutes while you drink a beer with me. Okay. And it literally has nothing to do with any, scammery or anything like that. Okay. And really the only thing that you have to understand, is just getting, human eyeballs. Okay. My drawing of human eyeballs. You just got to get human eyeballs to look at your website, and your website is just basically a video with an opt-in form for this person here. Okay, for this person here to give you their email address. Okay, for them to give you their email address. That's all you're wanting to do, is just get human eyeballs. Okay, just get eyeballs to a page and to collect people's email. Okay, you're collecting you're building a subscriber list over here with just a massive list of emails. Okay, just a massive list of emails. Okay, my email list is somewhere around 14,500, something like that. Okay, so my email list is something around 14,500. So if I send out one email talking about an opportunity or a product or something like that, I instantly send out this newsletter. Okay, this newsletter that I send out has a link at the bottom. Of this newsletter. Okay, and this goes to all of my email lists at one time, and I make money every time I send out an email. Okay, almost literally every time I get anywhere from 1 to 5 sales. And your goal is to just get eyeballs. Doesn't matter what you're selling. It doesn't matter if you're selling dog training classes. It doesn't matter if you're selling horse or Avon product. It doesn't matter if you're in a network marketing company that's offline. If you can build email lists, okay, if you can build a massive email list and say just of a bunch of names and emails, and then say, and just basically blast out an email to them that says, if you want more information about how you can make X amount of dollars, using the internet, or if you want some more information about my leadership development products or these products or whatever, then chances are out of those 10,000 or 5,000 people on your email list, somebody is going to be interested and buy from you. Chances are a lot of people are going to be interested and buy something from you if your list is targeted. Okay, so if your list is targeted, people are going to buy something from you hand over fist over and over. Okay, so you need to have this page here. It's called an email capture page. Okay, and what that does is that collects emails. And once that person gives you their, typically their name and their email address, there's going to be a button down here that says, get access. Okay, get access. And then what that's going to do is that's then going to send that visitor or that pair of eyeballs to a sales page. Okay, to a sales page with a buy button below. Okay. So that eyeball, you're going to send eyeballs to a capture page to collect emails, okay, to build this email list, and then you're just sending these eyeballs to this email list. And if they don't buy the first time, you're blasting out newsletters to your entire list, just to come back to the sales page. Okay, so sales page. And that's how you make money on the internet. Now, if you're confused on how all this works, that's totally cool. Okay, the way that this works, I'm going to sum it up a little bit easier for you. Okay, instead of eyeballs, let's call this traffic. Okay, we're going to call this traffic. Okay, and then that goes to an email, a capture page, okay, capture page, and then that goes to a sales page. Okay, sales page. All right. So basically, this capture page obviously has that email opt-in form on it, right? So that goes into your email list. Actually, is down here. Okay, email or EAIL, whatever. Okay, so basically, traffic, which is the eyeballs. Okay, traffic, capture page. Okay, capture page. You're building that email list. Okay, so at the same time, when they enter their email, it goes into your email list, and simultaneously, at the very exact same time, it goes to this sales page. Okay, and if the person bounces off the sales page the first time, that's okay. We know that it takes the average person seven times before they make a buying decision on the sales page. Okay. It takes an average person on the internet an average of 7 times to see a product, a service, or opportunity before they actually pull out their credit card and make a buying decision. All right. And that's why we collect their email address. Okay. So when they give us their email here, they're sent to the sales page. But if they don't buy the first time, we have their email here, so we resend them back. Okay, we resend them back to the sales page if they don't buy the first time. And this is called a follow-up, your email follow-up. All right, and that's what's super important here, is to have all these things in place. And this is how you make money online, hand over fist, every single time. There's no, I mean, there's other ways, you know, that you can make money online, like, you know, building a massive YouTube channel and then monetizing off of your viewers with advertising. Okay, that would be called B2B, or business to business. You could have a podcast and monetize that podcast, you know, with commercials and have your own radio station. But if you're not going to go through all that work, you know, creating a massive YouTube channel or your own radio station, then you need a specific system to put this in place. Okay, a system like McDonald's. Okay, now this works just like McDonald's. Okay, this works just like McDonald's works. All right, now let me explain this. Let me explain this really quickly. Let me see if I can erase this. This works a system just like McDonald's, and this is going to be able to make money for you while you sleep. Okay, this is going to be able to make money for you while you sleep. Now you're asking, well, how does this make money for me while I sleep? I don't get that. Okay, well, if you guys have ever seen this before, okay, if you guys have ever seen this before, this is Robert Kiyosaki's ESBI. Okay, this stands for employee. Okay, this is called the cash flow quadrant of money, basically the cash flow quadrant. And this and basically everybody in the entire world falls somewhere on these somewhere on this 4 quadrants right here. Okay, and basically this is how money is generated in the world. And what Robert Kiyosaki says, and if you haven't read his book, it's Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's a really, really good book. And this is where I got a lot of my thinking when I was like 16 and 17 years old. But basically what he says here is that you have on this side of the quadrant, okay, now I haven't done this in a while, so bear with me if I miss something. If you've seen this before, I'm going to do my best. But what he says here is that on the left side of the quadrant is where, on the left side of the quadrant is literally where 95%, man, you can't really see that because the light's in the way. Okay, what he says is that 95% of the people are on this side. 95% of everybody that owns, everybody in the world, 95% of the people are over here, but only 5% of the money is over here. Okay, so that's like having 20 people fight over $1. Okay, that's like having 20 over here on this side of the quadrant, on the left side, that's like having 20 people fight over $1. Why do you think that 95% of, America are people are struggling, financially? Okay, it's because they're on this side of the quadrant. What is this side of the quadrant? Well, this side of the quadrant is employees and self-employed people. Okay, what is an employee? Well, an employee goes in and they trade time for money. Okay, they go in and they put in an 8-hour day and they get paid for each of those 8 hours. Okay, they work for a company. They're basically the worker bees of the country, basically. Okay, that's not that there's anything wrong with that, but that's just, that's what employees do. Self-employed people are some of the most hardest working people in the country. Okay, they're the people like the small business owners, for instance. Okay, people that own like a haircut salon, or maybe like a local tanner or a restaurant. They're the people that are the first ones to get in there and turn on the lights. They're the last ones to leave. They're the last ones to get paid. They're the hardest working people. And typically the reason why typically this is a lot harder of work, and it's not, and sometimes a lot of the people go from employee to self-employed, because being a self-employed person, you can do what you love typically, or do something that you prefer doing rather than working for a company. Okay, and sometimes this can make good money, like this. This might be like a doctor or a lawyer or something like that. So basically, like I said, there's 95% of the people over here share 5%, of the money. And this is the problem here, okay, is over on this side of the quadrant. Okay, on this side of the quadrant, you have big business, okay, big businesses, and then you have the investor, okay, you have the investor. And basically, you have 95% of the money over here is shared between 5% of the people, okay? That's like having $20 shared between one person, or $19 shared between one. It's the opposite of this, okay? It's instead of 19 people, or 19 people fighting over $1, it's $19, basically with one person, okay? There's 95% of the money is on this side, shared between 5% of the people. Okay, and this is amazing because basically the big business right here is like McDonald's. Okay, Burger King. There are franchises. Okay, and just to cover this really quickly, an investor is somebody who can basically lose $250,000 in a single day or in a bad investment and not have it affect their lifestyle. That's like going out to dinner with your wife and being like, oh, hey, I lost $250,000 today. No big deal. Okay, and her being like, oh, okay, well, that's fine. So there's very few people that are investors. It's like Warren Buffett, people like that are just crazy wealthy people, okay, investors. The investors make them make money for you. They make money work for them, basically, okay? Now, this is what I want to talk about and focus on right here. I want to talk about big business, okay? This is McDonald's right here. And what this does is this works off of a system, okay? This works off of a system, a big business. This meaning, say for instance, the owner of McDonald's, how many times have you walked into a McDonald's and seen the owner hand you a hamburger? Okay, how many times have you walked into a McDonald's and seen the owner of the McDonald's and have them hand you hey, welcome to McDonald's. I'm the owner. Want a ham? No, you've never seen that. Maybe you have. Maybe you do know the local owner of your McDonald's. I don't know. But 99.9% of the time, you've never seen the owner in the McDonald's, okay? Because he probably owns 5 to 10 or 50 other McDonald's, and he's in Florida with his pants pulled up to his tits playing golf, okay? So this is a big business over here. On this side of the quadrant is this is where the wealthy people play, is in systems, okay? And you need to have a system making money for you while you sleep night after night after night, okay? And the way, and the reason why I want to explain that, okay, is because literally right now you have access to an online franchise, basically a digital franchise style business. All right, completely laid out for you. Okay. Now, let me explain this really quick. Really quickly, my mouth is drying up a little bit. But basically with McDonald's, everything's a complete system. Okay, on a Big Mac, there's 2 pickles. You walk around on the right hand side. The bathrooms are on the right. The drive-through is on the left. Number one's a Big Mac. I don't know if they have the Big Mac anymore, but everywhere you go, McDonald's is exactly the same. It's exactly the same. And right now, with the system and the program that I currently work with, is a business. It falls right here in the big business or franchise style business model. Okay. And what that program is iPass 2. Okay. Is the iPass 2 business system falls on this side of the quadrant under big business. Okay. And why does it do that? Is because Chris Jones and the leaders over with iPass have developed a duplicatable system that anybody can follow, that anybody can take advantage of. Okay, those pages that I talked about earlier, the capture pages to collect emails, the sales pages, how to get eyeballs to your websites, all of that is already done for you. Okay, all of that is already done 100% for you in this system. Okay, if you don't already know, there's a green button below this video, and you have the ability to get started with literally a big business or B-type business. Okay, this is what Robert Kiyosaki calls this, is a B-type business, and that's why I have a team member right now from South Africa that's making over $1,200 per month residually, whether he works or does anything. Okay, whether he does anything or not, he's making money while he sleeps. Okay, me personally, I woke up to $3,000 commissions. Okay, I've literally woke up out of my sleep, checked my phone, and I got an email, that said, congratulations, you just had a team member upgrade to black, which basically means, boom, $3,000 commissions right there as I was sleeping. I didn't even know about it. Why? Because I have developed a team and a B-type business model with the iPass 2 system and what they have to offer. Okay, so right now, literally, you guys have this at your fingertips. I've never seen, literally, I've been an entrepreneur. I've been in a lot of different multi-level marketing companies and things like that, and I've never seen something so duplicatable literally as this system. Me personally, this is something that has just changed my life financially and many of my team members financially. Okay, so like I said, if you're not already started, if you're watching this live, if you're watching this in a recording, if someone invited you to this webinar, please literally do it for your own good and just click the button below. Get started with the system, and literally, if it 100% risk free, it's like $7. It's like 2 Starbucks coffees. You can get started with a risk free trial, and then if it's not for you, no big deal. Then try the next fairy dust opportunity. I don't know. Literally, this is the best thing that I've ever seen in my 2 years, 3 years of being online. Okay, well, 1 year failing and not getting anywhere, I should say. So I just want to kind of open it for questions and see if really anybody has any questions. Okay, let's see here. All right, guys. If you have any questions, just pop on. Let me know. And if not, that is totally cool. All right, let me scroll through here. All right, yeah, I'm super proud of Dave, by the way. Gosh, he's grown literally so much. I've seen him come online to literally be that confused dude that literally, doesn't know what he's doing, super frustrated, talking to me and wanting to quit. And this is before iPass 2 came out, before literally everything was simplified by 10 times. When Dave first came online, it was a lot harder, for him to make his first dollar online, but he still persisted. And now that the iPass 2 system has came out, he has doubled and tripled his income easily. And not only that, but it's residual, so it's pretty cool. So like I said, guys, right here, you definitely have access to that B-type business model. All right. So like I said, if you're watching this in a recording, I don't know when you're watching this. Maybe this is a couple months from the time this was live or whatever. You might be watching this in YouTube, by the way. If you're watching this in YouTube, there'll be a link below this YouTube video in the description, and you can go ahead, get started there. If not, there's a button below here. Someone had invited you here. The page is coded, for you to invite, somebody if you're already in the system. So I hope this makes sense. I'm not sure if this is making sense to a lot of people with a B-type business model. But for me, I know if I wish I would have saw something like this when I first started network marketing, calling friends and family, all that stuff. You don't have to do any of that with the system. You don't have to call friends and family. You don't have to, do house meetings or hotel meetings or drive, a bajillion miles. I'm sitting here in my room right now, just doing a webinar, and there's a button below, and then I'm, making money. And, my bed's literally right over here, and I can, just go to bed after this, guys. This is complete and total freedom, for you to be able to build, a successful B-type business model from the comfort of your home or wherever you want to work from. Okay, I'm actually at my parents' house in Michigan right now, getting ready to fly back to, San Diego, where I live. I actually live in San Diego County, not in downtown San Diego, but I can do the same thing I'm doing now there. Okay, so this is completely, you can work from anywhere in the world, wherever you want to go. As long as you have a laptop and an internet connection, you can do this business. You can build this B-type business model with a proven system to develop teams and to make residual income. Okay, so this is how you make long-lasting income online, by building a team. Okay, and basically what we're selling in the iPass system is digital marketing education. Okay, digital marketing education. And a lot of people might ask, well, what is the iPass system about? What is it that you sell? And what it is that, times are changing, guys. Times are completely changing now. And, the ways of, using commercials for advertising, using billboards for advertising. Nobody looks at billboards anymore. Half the time people are looking at their cell phone as they're driving, half the time, not even looking at the road, let alone the billboard that's on the road, on the side of the road, that's not even targeted to them anyways. It's like a billboard that's completely irrelevant to probably 90% of people that drive by it anyways. So, on the internet, you can get very laser targeted to who you're marketing to. You can actually measure your marketing costs. Okay, when you're doing when you're doing traditional advertising on TV, such as commercials, or you're doing billboards, or you're doing traditional marketing, you can't actually, typically measure your return on an investment right away. Okay, somebody might see a billboard about Bud Light or something like that, and might say, "Oh, I've been thinking about getting beer tonight. Let me get Bud Light." Bud Light doesn't know how to track that. But with online marketing and in the iPass system, we have campaign tracking. So if you share a link on Facebook to tell people about your online business, or if you share a link on Craigslist, or if you share a link on YouTube, iPass is going to actually track where your eyeballs are coming from and tell you what's working better and where the money's coming from. Okay, so if you share a link on YouTube and you get a sale, it's going to report that back to you in your iPass system. It's going to say, this sale came from YouTube campaign, or this sale came from, the Facebook campaign. It's going to show you, if you spend money on Facebook ads, then you can have a Facebook ad campaign. So, okay, so if you spend $10 on Facebook, you can have a Facebook ad campaign in iPass. And if you spend $10 and if you make a sale, then you just profited, and right away whether or not your marketing efforts are profitable. Okay, so that's what's really cool about what the iPass system teaches you, is it teaches you modern, digital advertising. You can take these strategies anywhere with you. Okay, the colleges are teaching this stuff now, for, you know, thousands of dollars. You can get degrees, a digital, you know, marketing degree or digital advertising. Actually, if you take advertising in college now, they don't teach tradition. They teach online advertising. They teach retargeting. They teach, you know, email follow-up. They teach you how to sell through email. They teach you how to write copy. They teach you all this stuff in college. And actually, in my personal opinion, I think the iPass system gets into a lot more detail with certain things, because I actually had a friend that took an online marketing degree, and I was talking to her, and she was like, "What? Like, what is that? Like, what's a opt-in pay?" You know, stuff like that. So you know, it's just amazing what this system teaches you. You can apply this knowledge to literally anywhere. Okay, so you just have to take advantage. Click the button below right now to get started with the system, risk-free trial, and you're going to learn online marketing and how to build a massive residual income using the power of the internet. Okay, guys. So like I said, I hope this makes sense. I'm not sure if anybody has any more questions. Name of the book. Oh, the name of the book is called The Cash Flow Quadrant. Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. So I hope, if you're wondering what the book name was. Yeah. All right. So like I said, guys, basically that's all I had to share with you guys, is that you literally have the opportunity to get started with, you know, a real company that's going to teach you online marketing and get that B-type business model. Okay, guys, so you have the button below. Go ahead and get started, you know, right now, and I'll be seeing you in the next webinars, guys. See ya later.